Greetings, Gemini. This is going to be the rest of your reading because we got cut off. Um, so we pulled the Knight of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Magician before we got cut off. And the Five of Pentacles was your last card. So let's go ahead and tap into your reading. Okay. So you have two knights here. So there could be some double-mindedness or double energy going on. Okay, it's like a swing back and forth. Could also be some conflict between you and another person, specifically maybe a fire sign person, because they're like, they seem to be looking towards each other. And he's sharpening, like, the Knight of Swords looks like as if he's ready for battle. Like, he's like, he ready. Like, if you want it, okay. And the Knight of Wands is like, yeah, I'm ready too. Like, you know, you want to come with it? So it could be, if it's not motivational energy, then I do see this as a conflict, okay? I'm surprised the Five of Wands didn't come out, but you do have the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. So it could be that there's some disagreements between you and another person. I would say that this is a platonic energy. I don't feel like this is romantic. So it could be that, could be specifically that this is a fire sign person or someone that's very combative. Okay, you may feel like you need to stand up for yourself towards this person, or you just feel like you find yourself bumping heads with this person, or it could be multiple people. It's not just one person. Then you have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups, I feel like you're kind of disappointed with something, and I feel like you're disappointed in this person over here. This could have already taken place, or this is something that it's bound to take place. So you have the Magician card. I feel like you can shift the energy of this, and it could be that you find maybe that someone is being manipulative towards you, or that you have to manipulate the situation to separate yourself from it or a person. So I see this Five of Pentacles as like someone needing to turn their back away from something. I don't really necessarily see this card as someone is begging or someone that's looking at themselves as misfortunate. It's kind of like this person's accepted that this door has closed. That's what I'm getting with this. Okay, so this could be an end of a friendship for some of you. It could be like a relationship with a family member that you're just like, I can't get through to you. Like, I'm not even going to try. And for some of you, it could be romantic, but I don't really feel that strongly. I don't get that vibe. It could be a job. You could be having conflict with people at work, and it maybe at this point you can't even deal with it anymore. You don't want to deal with it anymore. You feel like you deserve more. So it could be that you feel like you can manipulate the situation to work for you in the end. You may not have everything in place that some people would say, well, you need to make sure that you have this, this, and that together before you make any moves. It may not be all about that, but I just see this as you taking some sort of stance. That's what I'm seeing. So let's see what your love energy is talking about. And I'm going to use my relationship oracle cards. Keep in mind that these readings are general. Not every part of this reading is meant to resonate with you. You have to use your discernment while watching these readings to discern what may be for you, since they're not personal. Okay, you have karmic energy. What's going on in Gemini's love situation? What is their energy, High Spirit? What is their energy? What is their energy? The Lovers. And the Lovers is a Gemini card, so that could represent your energy. You have the Chariot card, the Nine of Swords, the Strength card. You have a lot of major arcana cards coming out, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So when it comes to your love life, there's a choice that you need to make moving forward. Some of you may be cutting ties with a karmic connection. I feel like this is kind of spilling over other connections, not just romantic ones. So it could very well be that for you, you're deciding what's for you and what's not for you, because you take a look. I feel like you've taken a look at yourself. you reflected upon something and you looked into yourself about this, or you talked to yourself, or you've talked to God, the universe, the angels about this. Because I feel, or Spirit may be suggesting that you do this if you're feeling like you're stuck or you don't know which approach to take with this. I feel like Spirit wants to help you, and I feel like you need to reflect inwardly first, like where you're at with all of this. Because with the Nine of Swords, this can represent being mentally conflicted. And it's getting to the point where you can't even sleep. It's not, you know, just in your head to where you might, you know, second guess and doubt and feel stuck in some sense. It's now to the point where you cannot sleep. That it's something that maybe constantly is on your mind, whatever this energy is. Then you have the Strength card. So the Strength card can also be that for some of you, it's a battle between the ego and just, you know, your inner courage, your inner strength, rather than, you know, pride and ego. So it could also be that the person that you're dealing with is a fire sign. Like I said, it could be a Leo specifically. Or you just feel like this person is just very prideful. You can't get through to them. Or they're unwilling to bend, they're unwilling to compromise. Because I kind of get the vibe from you, Gemini, that you're willing to compromise, or you have been in the past, and you're dealing with someone that's just very unreasonable. Or it could be that this person has been trying to compromise with you, and maybe they're perceiving you as being unreasonable. But I see in the end that the ball is in your court. I feel like it would not be a wise decision to wait for someone else to make the decision for you about, you know, what you want to do or what should be done. I feel it's on you. So there will be a decision that's made. I feel like it might take some time to do this because there's some karmic situation involved. If it's not a karmic connection with someone, then it's karma that needs to be resolved within the connection or within the individual or yourself in order for this to be handled. So it does seem like it's preventing one of you or both of you from moving forward in a good space together, or just separately. Like someone could be like, I can't move on because I don't know. It may be like you're not getting the closure that you feel like you need or something like that, or this person feels that way about you. So yeah, I feel like you might need to meditate and reflect inwardly, but let's see what your advice is from the romance angels. Express yourself. Express your love, it says. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I feel like for you, this is just expressing your truth, expressing how you feel and not being afraid to do that. Based off of what this person may say or think, or what if they don't understand, or what if it just doesn't go through, you know, the way that I want it to. That doesn't matter. But Spirit wants you to get something off of your chest when you feel led to and when you feel guided to. So yeah, I feel like you need to be confident in what it is that you want to say, or be comfortable with being vulnerable. And not focus on the outcome of the situation and how is it going to go, and is this person, you know, are they going to get it? Are they going to be mad? And like, just let all of that go. So that's what I'm getting for you, Gemini. Now let's move on to Cancer. All right, Cancer, this is your reading. If you're a Cancer sun, moon rising, or any other placement, you guys, I would also suggest checking out your other zodiac signs just to get a little more clarity. So let's see. Keep in mind, this is general as well. This reading is not meant to resonate fully and wholeheartedly like a personal reading. So take what only resonates with you. All right, Cancer. What is your general energy for this week? Cancer. It's like nothing wants to come out. Come on, Cancer. What's going on with you? Come out of your shell, crabby. I am forgiving. Oh, and I felt that in my heart when I read that. Some of you are hurt about something. You're harboring something. You see how she's crying and she's holding her heart chakra. It looks almost like a wound, like a tear, but it's actually a feather. So your heart may be very heavy rather than light as a feather, and I feel like this has something to do with romance, with the roses around it. I feel that you guys may have felt a loss. It almost looks like, because her hands, she's got it in like this position, like this, with her two fingers together. It could be that you just broke up with someone, or it could be that you felt like a separation happened, like something bursted your bubble. So it could have been that you thought someone was a soulmate or something, or if it's not romantic, then it could have been a loss of a loved one, or end of a friendship or something. Let me see, because your card did not want to come out. It was like you did not want to open up. The Magician card. The Magician, she has like some diamonds in her chest, or it's like, it looks like it's in her, near her heart chakra, but almost near her solar plexus. So something may have shattered your dreams. Maybe you were trying to manifest something and you see that it's not working. The King of Pentacles is the issue here. So this could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, masculine energy. If not, then this is someone that you had a stable foundation with, or you wanted a stable foundation with this person. This is like a very mature person. You really could see, I feel like it's a Taurus for some of you, because this is the Hierophant card. Hierophant is Taurus, so this person definitely could have been a Taurus. Got the Two of Wands. The Hangman is in reverse. So you have a lot of major arcana cards. Majority of your cards are major, and you only have one. Actually, you have 3 majors and a court and a minor. So I feel like this goes down to wanting to manifest something, and I feel it kind of fell through or fell apart. I do see that there's clarity within this, with these pyramids. There's something deeper about this that I feel like Spirit wants you to see. And for some of you, if it's not romantic, then it could have been some sort of lost period with the person. Could have been a loss of a job or something with this Pentacles. This King of Pentacles, he gives me like boss vibes. So it could be that someone's father, you know, if that's the case. I send you my condolences, because I feel it hurts a little bit, whatever this is, because when I read this card and I pulled it, my heart hurt. So I feel like you're in this space where you're not coming out, or it could be the anniversary of someone's passing or something, and you're thinking about it. But I really feel like this is something fresh and new, like the wound is very new. And this happened to you unexpectedly, and you're having a hard time forgiving this person or forgiving yourself. Maybe you're blaming yourself for something that happened, because there's a bubble around her 2 fingers, and I feel like something, like either your bubble was bursted, or you may feel like you're the blame for why something took place. And I feel like it was for your highest good. Whatever took place, it was something to bring you alignment with yourself, or some sort of truth with this eye. And it was also protection. You're also being protected from something. I feel like you may be in a place where you're not willing to accept that or see that. It could be that you're very closed off right now, to the point where you don't want to confront this. You don't want to face anything or anyone. So you and another person could have went in a separate direction. This isn't even a love reading. This is a general reading. I haven't even done the love reading yet, but this is what's coming up. Some of you guys, this could be a Pisces. Some of you an Aries, Gemini as well. So this is someone that you may have had like a strong connection with, felt very strong with this person, or you felt like this person could be the one. Because I get like on the surface, this person looks good on paper, like they have all their stuff together. They may have also been very mature. You know, this connection could have been something serious, but I feel like on the deeper side of it, it may have lacked the depth. It may have lacked the spiritual essence that really what you're seeking. But let's see what your love energies is looking like. You guys can also check your Venus signs as well when it comes to love, to see if the reading gets a little more clarity. If you guys have another sign in your 6th or 7th house, it may give you clarity. Ooh, the Karmic card flew out. The Karmic card flew out of the deck. This came out for Aries, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Aries, because I know it wasn't Taurus. And then Gemini also had this card. What is this energy about? What's going on with Cancer? The Hangman came out again. The Two of Wands came out again. The Eight of Swords. The Star. And the Three of Swords. So, Spirit wants you to see something. It may be, it's not that you, it may be that you're not wanting to see it right now. Like, it's just not the time. And I feel like when you're ready, because whatever has taken place, it was meant to, and it's meant to enlighten you, but it's also meant to take you to the next level in some sense in your life. So or it could be, again, that someone transitioned, they passed on. And Spirit wants you to know that not to hang on to that sorrow, because this person has transitioned and they leveled up spiritually. So that could resonate for some of you. Could also be that you have a karmic tie to a person and that those ties needed to be severed. It was what it was. You had to go through what you went through. You had to experience a connection for whatever reason. You know, it's going to be different for each and every one of you. But I feel like the bottom line is there was something karmic in it. The Two of Wands. So you may be having a hard time with a separation with something or someone, or just accepting that you're leading two different paths. So the Eight of Swords is here. I feel like you have to free yourself. You're not stuck. You may be like, oh, I can't get over it. I can't do this. But of course, give yourself time and have compassion with yourself. But I feel like you're blinded to some sort of truth. You may be looking too deeply into things, if that makes sense. The Star card. The Star card, I feel like, is letting you know that you're on the right path and you're being divinely directed. And whatever has left your life is no longer in alignment with your truth, or not at this time. For some of you, this could be temporary. But I honestly feel like for a lot of you, you're staying in this energy and not moving forward. And that's not what Spirit wants for you. I feel like Spirit wants you to also focus on healing. So don't discount what you feel. Don't brush the hurt under the rug. But it is saying to you to take some sort of action to free yourself. I feel like you might need to sit down and mentally meditate and reflect on everything. And this is the perfect time to do that. During these Scorpio energies, it's okay. This is the perfect time to do shadow work and really go within and deal with the ugly truths that we may not want to see, or the things about ourselves or situations or people, attraction. So it says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So it's hard. So you may actually want to move on. Some of you may be saying to yourself, I don't want to hold on to the situation with this person anymore. But your unforgiveness, for some of you, and I'm not trying to be preachy, but it just came out. Your unforgiveness is what's holding you back from receiving love, or that thing that's meant for you. And I also get a little bit of stubbornness. You don't want to come out of that energy because, like I said, when I was shuffling your cards, it was like resisting, and I imagined the crab in his shell. He didn't want to come out. He was refusing to move. So I feel like this is picking up the energy of what's going on, that your Spirit is saying that you can attract what you want in love, what your heart truly wants, not so much what the ego wants or what, the wounded part of us wants, but what our true selves want. I feel like Spirit is saying that you can manifest that, but you got to get out of your own way. You have to forgive, whether that's forgiving yourself or another person or two, could be more than one person, that you're holding on to this unforgiving energy. You don't want to build that karma that keeps you stuck either. So that's what I'm saying for you, Cancers. I hope that this reading resonated. Don't forget to check your other zodiac signs. Excuse me. Take care of yourself. Much love. Peace. Alright, Leo, what's good with you? This is your reading for this week. Keep in mind, this is a general energy reading. Please only take what may resonate. If you guys have other placements in your chart, don't forget to check out your other zodiac signs. Could be a sun, moon, rising, Leo, or, have other placements. So let's check your energy. I benefit with gratitude. I benefit with gratitude. So you benefit from being in this state of gratitude. Obviously, like the card says, you benefit more, you gain more. Things flow for you. I feel like it also shows a level of growth when you can be grateful in situations also that are not so easy to be grateful for. So it could be like a circumstance that you're in, and you can easily be like, God, why me? Why is this happening to me? But you can also see it in another way, and I feel like that's a sign of growth. Whoa. Okay. 7 of Swords. If you guys hear my stomach growl, forgive me. I'm hungry. Princess of Swords. Oh my gosh. Princess of Wands. I hope there's not a whole bunch of court cards. 10 of Wands. Oh, should have not said that. But you got the King of Cups. You do have quite a few. Majority of your cards are court cards. Alright. So let's see. You could have some sort of conversation that needs to be had, or is going to be had, or was had. So the princesses in this deck are pages, which pages are messengers. I see this could be a message between you and an air sign person. With the 7 of Swords, it may be addressing someone's truth. Someone may need to express themselves. Someone may also be avoiding, speaking their truth because they don't want to hurt someone. So it could be that the air sign person, either this has already been said, maybe someone said something that was very painful. And I feel like the fire sign person, which is you, is holding on to what was said. It's a heavy energy. It's weighing very heavy on you. And I feel like Spirit is saying to be grateful for it because there's some healing that was supposed to come. So sometimes truth hurts, but it's also very liberating to know the truth, and it can also set you free, right? Like it's a liberating experience. So I feel like in some way that this person may have been in a compromising situation, because I feel like this person meant well with this energy. It seems very light, but something was weighing in on someone very heavy, or like this person cannot hide their truth. I feel like this person needed to be honest, or this person is going to be honest. It does not have to be romantic. This could be any type of situation. I feel like it was meant to help bring you balance. Okay? Maybe this person, for some of you, this is not going to be for everyone, but this air sign was meant to shed light on this. If it's not an air sign person specifically, then it's someone that's very expressive, almost like very blunt and honest, like a child that has no filter. So I feel like this person knows that it could have been a potentially painful thing, or it could have caused you to look at them negatively, but they took the risk and said what they needed to say. And they may have said that something about being codependent, or needing to stand alone, or stand on your own 2 feet or something. And it could have been very triggering. It may have also pushed you to go harder, to work harder within yourself. It could have been something very motivational that you needed to hear. So I feel like this is all in good. It was in love, whatever it was said with love, or it was said with a genuine intention. It wasn't like a negative, malicious intent. With the King of Cups, I feel like this was meant to open someone's heart to something, or to help bring groundedness to the situation, if that makes sense. So let's see where your love energies are. I'm going to use my oracle cards for this one. I'm going to pull 1 card out of this deck and some tarot. What is Leo's love energy? And don't forget to check your 6th house and your 7th house. And your Venus sign, if I didn't say that already. Okay, something about days. And the card communication is at the bottom. So there could be some important communication that's going to come to you as it connects to love. It does not have to be from a lover, but it could be about love or about a lover. Or it also could be from a lover, like I said, but the moon card is here. So this moon energy that we're in could also be influencing you. So maybe you have a Scorpio energy in your chart. So you got the 6 of Swords, you have the Magician, the Princess of Wands again, and the Seven of Swords again. So this relates to, it's kind of like relating to the other reading that I just did for you, that I just picked up. So you have the Moon and the Magician. So I feel like someone may be manifesting something subconsciously. Could be manifesting this communication. So as above, so below with the Magician. Whatever it is that you think, you're manifesting outwardly. Or this person could be. So there's something that needs to take place, or you guys are manifesting, so be very mindful of what you're manifesting. You may also be asking for clarity. You're going to get clarity, but it may be something that's, you know, not easy to hear. But nonetheless, it's needed. Something that you need to hear. Something that you need to know. Or if you're on the other end of it, where you're the giver of the message, know that whatever you're saying, it needs to be said. It needs to be heard. So I do see that someone's manifesting this communication. It's happening because, and I feel like it may be you that's manifesting this, because the Princess of Wands came out again, and that's you. You're the messenger. Or, again, you could be the recipient, but I feel like this is your energy. So this moon energy, you could have manifested at a very powerful new moon or full moon, or this moon is manifesting all of this. So during the duration of this moon that we're in, this new moon, maybe this is when something's going to take place. I feel something's going to surface in communications days away, or it could have happened days ago. So maybe you just, Spirit wants you to accept the truth of what was said. Past life relationship. This could be someone from your past that's popping up. Maybe they're going to give you closure, true love. I feel like someone's going to express their truth about how they really feel. For some of you, you may feel that someone from your past is your true love, or this person. There's some truth that needs to be spoken, but for whatever reason it's heavy, or it's kind of like maybe someone's been hiding how they feel, because there is deception here. You got a lot of deceptive cards together, at least. The Magician card can be very deceptive and sneaky. The Moon can also be deceptive with the Seven of Swords. So I do feel like maybe someone's hiding their truth about how they really feel about the person, whether they truly feel this true love, or they've been lying to themselves, or lying to you, or you've been lying to yourself about how you feel in either way. But the truth needs to be spoken. It has to be. So whoever is placed on their heart to speak and say something, I feel like it's going to happen. The truth is going to come out, because it's been hidden for some time, I feel. Okay? Maybe someone has not gotten over their ex. That's for some of you. That could be you. That could be the other person. But take what resonates. I hope that reading resonated. And we're going to move on to Virgo. All right, Virgo, this is your reading. So let's see what's going on with you. What's going on with Virgos? Keep in mind, this is general. This is not a personal reading, so take only what resonates with you in your situation. Please check your other zodiac signs to get a little more clarity about your week. Okay? So let's see what's going on with Virgo. What's going on with Virgo this week, Divine Spirit? What message do you have? I honor animals with reverence. Okay, I love this card. Her hair is cute. Got the little bantu knots. So, I feel like you guys have some spirit animal, spiritual guides that you work with, or something like that. It could be, for some of you, it could be a cat or a bird. Specifically, maybe a hummingbird. But you could also be receiving some signs and synchronicities from a snake too. There's a serpent up here too. So you guys could be receiving some spiritual messages from animals as well this week. And I feel like honoring what they have to say, because animals are also messengers as well. They're part of how the universe speaks to us. They have their own language. So I feel like pay attention to the animal messages and totems and things like that. Maybe you have animals. Maybe you have the gift to connect with them. I feel like this is also honoring the nature of animals and seeing how they flow. And I picked this up for someone last week. I can't remember what zodiac sign it was. But let's see, Virgo. Okay, so you have the Ten of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Justice card, and the Four of Wands. Okay. Okay, so we got a lot of romantic energy, a lot of marriage energy here. So you got a husband card. The King of Pentacles, to me, out of all the court, like men, he is all the kings in the court. He is the husband card, the stable partner card for me, at least. And then the Emperor is like the ultimate partner. That is the divine masculine card. So I feel that for some of you, this is in relations to relationships. Because you have the Ten of Cups, which can also be a happy marriage, happy home. Four of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Justice card can represent a committed relationship, a stable union, a union that is official, a marriage, some sort of certificate. So for some of you, it could be that there's this person that you guys could already be in motion with this. You guys can already be making plans with this person. Whether this is to move in together or this is signing some sort of papers or documents or marriage is involved. I feel like you guys, this is a big focus for you. So I feel like you're already in the midst of making this happen. It's just like some things need to come together. This person is causing some friction, or it could be you as the King of Pentacles. You don't have to be a masculine to resonate with the King of Pentacles because it is an earth element, or this is a partner. So if it's not romantic partner, then this could be business partner. This could be something legal, starting a business together. It could be something along the lines of that where there's documents involved, okay? But this is like a spiritual union for some of you that I'm picking up on. So the overall energy is the Ten of Cups. So I will say that I feel like it will be a favorable outcome in this, even though you might be experiencing some difficulty with solidifying something. And I also see that whatever you reap, you sow. So if you're putting in the positive energy, you're going to get that back. But I feel like it is like good karma that's coming out of this. Then the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands definitely can represent some stability, or someone is celebrating. Someone may be celebrating at the end of this energy. Let's see where the love energy is at. There's the love energy for Virgo. Yeah, I would check the Venus, check your Venus sign, check your 5th and 7th house, or your 6th and 7th house zodiac sign. If you're asking about a person, you guys can check their zodiac placements as well. All right. Resistance. So you could be resisting, because I feel like the King of Pentacles can represent you guys as earth signs, but it could also be another person. There's a resistance with solidifying something. The Four of Cups. So, Four of Swords, like you could be getting a love offer, or your partner may be suggesting something. Five of Pentacles, or you could be dealing with, could be family, could be friends, could be a business situation, but you just, the Chariot, it could go very far, but I feel like there's a fear here. You have the Empress. Why are these cards like everywhere? Come on now. So you have the Empress and you have the Chariot card as your major arcanas. So I do see that something could be very fruitful and very abundant, but someone is unsure if this is as good as it gets. Some of you guys could be saying that because as the Empress, you have the King of Pentacles. So like, I'm an Empress. What is the King going to do for me? Or you feel like this person is an Empress and you're a King and we don't match. They're better than me. Whether it is male or female, doesn't matter. I feel like someone is looking at this situation as this person is too good for me, or are they good enough for me? It's one or the other. And I feel like it's causing a resistance within this situation. It's causing someone to have to go within. And I honestly feel like the situation with this is rejection or fear of rejection. I also feel like Spirit wants you to ask yourself why you're resisting, because it could be a signal that there's something you're not seeing. So maybe it's giving you the opportunity to really go within your heart and really listen to yourself and see if what you're getting, whatever this opportunity is, really truly what you want. Or if this person is resisting you, it could be giving you the opportunity to see, okay, well, do I really even want this anyway? Because I feel like it could be a business opportunity, it could be a living situation, it could be a marriage, something along the lines of that, where it's heavy. It's something that you do have to think about, because once you sign on to something, it's kind of like, okay, you made that contract with this situation or this person. And I feel like that's why you don't want to rush into something. But I do feel like there's fruitfulness here. I do see that. Sorry. Come on now. Okay, so it's all good. Alright, so I'm going to pull a Romance Angels card as advice for you. So if there's anything else the Spirit wants to tell you. We got 4 cards. Yeah, okay. So you have finances and career. So for some of you, it is about business. Could be starting a business with a lover, or, you know, joining your finances together in some sense, like starting bank accounts together, or buying a house, or, you know, something that's material. If it's not that, then it could be that you're asking about a business opportunity with someone just in general. Could be family or friends, one or the other. And then you have religious factors. So I feel like Spirit wants you to know that you're safe, but also that you're divinely protected and divinely led, but also know that you have divine clarity at your... It's like you can tap in and get clarity whenever you want or whatever you need. So trust that your path is led and that you're not going to be led astray as long as you stay in tune and connected. So I do see this with the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. They're meditating. So I feel like Spirit does want you to like seek their counsel and help with this. And let go of the past, because some of you guys may be expecting something to take place that already happened in the past. Like you're living in the past. Because Spirit's telling you that it's safe for you to trust the situation, or that it's safe for you to trust this person. But yeah, there may be some healing from the past that needs to take place that's causing the resistance. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So hopefully that resonated with you, Cancer. Okay, well, let me... Alright, so let's move on to Libra. Alright, Libra. Let's see what your week is looking like. Keep in mind, Libra, this is a general energy reading. I would suggest that you watch your other zodiac placements to get a little more clarity. But please use your discernment and your own intuition to know what messages may be for you, okay? Because not everything is going to pertain to everyone, not every message. So let's see what your message is. Got 2 cards. I am trustful in my relationships. I relate in peace. Okay. Alright, let's see what your tarot card is saying. I feel for you guys right now, your focus is on trusting people around you, and reminding yourself that, because for some of you, it could be questioning your loyalty to others. So it could be like, I'm a loyal person, I want to receive that back. Or have I not been as loyal, as reliable as I can be to others? So it could be that Spirit is asking you to look at things underneath the surface as it pertains to, could be trust issues, but you relate in peace. So Spirit is saying that how you relate to others, or mainly how you relate to yourself, is going to reflect how you relate to others in your life, even if that's a stranger. So it's something to think about. But let's see what your messages are. There's cards. King of Wands. Judgment, the High Priestess, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Death cards. You have a lot of major arcana cards, and they're all water energies. So you have Judgment, which is Scorpio, and so is the Death card. And then you have the High Priestess, which can be seen as a Cancer or Pisces energy. So you have a lot of water. And they're all in your, you know, the majors. So I feel that for some of you, this past energy, like Spirit is giving you the courage to go within and go back to the past to reflect on something or to finally close something out. I feel like you're also going to get a lot of wisdom and clarity from past situations and circumstances. I also feel like it's giving you the opportunity to let some things go as well. So this is a transformative period for you, and it could also have effects on the Scorpio energy. Maybe you have Scorpio in your chart. Maybe you're a Scorpio cusp Libra. But this is helping balance your energy out. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like this has something to do with your efforts, the fruits of your labor. You're being guided into a new aspect of yourself or in your journey or financially or business or career wise. And I feel like you may be looking back at certain things that you've gone through, and some of you are feeling a little bit stronger, maybe even a little more capable, or you will feel this way. Some of you guys may decide to walk the spiritual path as far as career goes. Some of you guys may want to take this. I heard global. I don't know. I heard global. So I feel like the King of Wands is like a confident stance that you have right now. The Death card definitely is about on the road to transformation and letting go, like being fearless and letting go of what doesn't serve you, even if that's within the self. And I feel like for the most part, that's what this is about. And you're being led and guided every step of the way. And Spirit is saying to trust your intuition, because you cannot make the wrong steps or the wrong decisions, because you've already been there, done that. When it comes to the Judgment card, now you're headed into a new phase, a new door. And I just heard rewards will pay off. So let's tap into your love energy this week. Let's see what's going on with your love energy. Something about September, but I'm going to put that back. Keep shuffling. So you guys may be a September Libra. Something about months. Okay. So there's timing involved with something in your love life. Like Spirit's not giving me another card. We'll try this one more time. What is it that you want Libras to know about their love life? Past life and days. Again, something about timing. So something about the past is going to come up. And when it does, know that it's for a reason. Why it's coming up for you. I'm not taking all these cards. Three of Cups. Yeah. I felt a complex situation. Knight of Swords. Some of you may need to cut someone from your past out of the way, or you're conflicted about some things in the past. The Death card came out again. The Hierophant. Six of Cups. Someone from your past. Someone from your past, or people from your past that maybe they're coming up to the surface. Maybe they're coming up in your life, like physically coming back for the sake of you deciding, like seeing what you need to see. It's like needing to, I heard recover. So you may need to backtrack in a way that you're getting more clarity. I don't feel like this is necessarily closure, but for some of you, it could be getting the closure that you need, but it's the knowledge, something that you feel like you just didn't know all the way, that is going to be given or granted to you, whether you're doing this internally or this is actively with this person. It could be things that are going on within your current existing relationships that you're dealing with the past. And I feel like you're able to finally go back and see what the cause is. It's like a cause, and whatever it is, it needs to be addressed and maybe even cut out of the way, or just simply walked away from. But some of you, it's a third party situation, or you still have a love for these different energies of these different people. It could be 3 significant people, or it could just be like, who do I give my cup to? Who do I give my love to? Or if it's your partner, it could be that there's multiple people involved in your situation. Some of you may be holding on to exes. They could be holding on to exes, or what happened, what they did, how they scarred them, how you were scarred, or whatever the case may be. So it could be holding on to this, and Spirit is saying, like, this is the time to really go deep within your subconscious, address and face these things that need to be let go of. It's also something about sacrifice I'm hearing, like sacrifice something. You have the Hierophant. So there could be a significant partnership where it was a serious bond at one point. Could have been marriage or talks of marriage, an engagement, or it could be that you're in a steady relationship now, or you're dealing with someone in a steady relationship. And I feel like you're going to get clarity. Some of you want to know, is there anything really here? Is it something really, because I feel like there's a kinship, there's a past life connection that you have with someone or multiple people, and it's very sweet. This is the 6 of Cups, but there's a highlight on 2 cups here. So it could feel like a soulmate bond or like a really deep spiritual connection with someone. And it's very hard to let that go. Some of you guys may be contemplating, should I just keep this person as a friend and keep it moving? There's a lot that I feel like you're contemplating, but I'm picking up different messages, so it's not going to resonate the same with everybody because your situations are different and unique. So see what your advice is. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. So Spirit is saying that you have to really think about your approach and your move. Like, what do you really truly want? And act accordingly. So it could be that you do get an opportunity to right your wrongs, or have a renewal in existing connection, and maybe even a past one, okay? This could also be about friendship. It does not have to be all about romance. But I feel like it's up to you, because you have the option to cut cords and ties with things or people that, you know, it's not for you, or just no longer works, or doesn't fit where you are in life, if that makes sense. So that was your reading, Libra. I hope that resonated. Don't forget to check your other signs. So yeah. Trying to like check something. It won't let me do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time and see if it lets me. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. So next up we have Scorpio. And it was exactly 48 minutes on the clock. All right, Scorpio. Let's see what's up with you. And happy birthday, by the way, Scorpio. Let's see. I keep my own counsel. You gotta trust yourself. You gotta trust your intuition. You gotta trust what you know. And sometimes you have to seek within yourself, your spiritual team and your spirit guides before you go outside of yourself. Because our angels, our ancestors and spirit guides, they're connected to us. They are a part of us. So, but also our soul family and soul tribe are a part of us as well. But I feel like Spirit is saying to take your counsel inwardly. Okay, so let's see. What's your message? Keep in mind that this reading is general. It's not going to be for everybody. At least not all of the messages are meant to resonate with everybody. So use your discernment to know what messages are for you and which messages may not. 6 of Swords. 5 of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. The Tower. And the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. So, okay. So I feel like with the 6 of Swords is that you're moving past something and you don't know it, you don't see it. You've already moved on mentally, or you're already at a place where things are already clear for you. The path is clear. But there's still this conflict mentally within you. And it could also go back to I keep my own counsel, where you're second guessing yourself and what you're getting. So you have the Queen of Pentacles here. I feel like Spirit is telling you to approach the situation like planted within self. But also, she has this ball of light that she's almost nurturing, and it's like near her heart chakra, but also her sacral. You have to have confidence with what's in your heart and nurture that. I feel like Spirit is telling you this, to nurture what's in your heart. You have something significant. This can also relate to something on a material level, something that you're trying to create. Could be creatively, could be financial, something that includes, something material. Could also relate to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Or you could have this in your chart, but I feel like it's like you're free to move forward. You just have to nurture your truth, or nurture what it is that you feel and what it is that you want, or what it is that you're creating. Because you have the Tower card. So the Tower card is like, what within me do I need to dismantle? Like, what am I telling myself? What kind of conflicting thoughts am I telling myself? What have I been holding on to? What type of clutter and old, outdated beliefs am I still holding on to that I need to let go of? Because the Tower is an Aries and Scorpio energy. So we are in Scorpio season as well. So this may be a time for you where Spirit is really going to push you and give you this extra confidence and this passion to really remove the things that just don't fit you, that don't align with you, okay, and the people. So this is like doing some inventory internally, if that makes sense. The Six of Pentacles is here. So if I'm with the Six of Pentacles, this is about finding balance with how you're feeding yourself. What are you giving to yourself? And you can also say, like, the Pentacle is like what she's feeding. What is she nurturing? What seed has she planted? What seed is she currently watering, days at a time, or whenever she's supposed to? And are you doing this in a balanced way? Are you giving to your desires? Are you feeding the things that motivate you and uplift you? Are you giving to yourself in a balanced way? Are you taking time out to really go within yourself and really check in? So you might have to do some grounding work this week, or to just help center you so that you can really listen and hear yourself and hear your inner guidance from your ancestors or your spiritual team. So yeah, let's see where the love is, where the love energy is at with you. And you have 2 6s as well, so the number 66 or 6 may resonate with you. All right. Let's see where your love energy is. Keep in mind, this is general. Only take what resonates. Don't forget to check your Venus sign, your 6th house, your 7th house sign to get more clarity. This card came out for someone else. You have days. So it could be a matter of days as far as like something that's coming together, going to happen. But let's see. What is this about? When it comes to Scorpio's love energy. The Magician. The 10 of Pentacles. The King of Wands. The 8 of Cups. And the Queen of Swords. Okay. So you have a king and a queen here. They're not of your suit. The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups is your suit. But I feel this could be the partners that you're dealing with, or the people that are involved. So something is going to manifest with the Magician card within days. Very soon. The 10 of Pentacles is here. So it could be that this was something that you've had a hard time with nurturing. You've had a hard time with believing in, or continuing to... you may not have seen any results, perhaps, or it's just like, because I feel like the Ten of Pentacles is the full manifestation of something. It could be like a stable connection. It could be a home for some of you. Like you've been waiting a long time for you and your partner to settle in to a place or find a place, or your partner to finally say that they want to be with you long term, or that they want to live with you, or whatever. It could be different for either of you. I feel like this King of Wands could represent someone's partner because he's looking towards the Magician. So it could be that you're dealing with someone that is very confident, someone that knows what they want. And I feel like you guys may be communicating differently. How you vibe is very differently, but something I feel like there's an important conversation, by the way, that also needs to take place. I also feel like Spirit wants you to channel this assertive energy about what it is that you want. Because the Eight of Cups is saying, because it's kind of like she's sitting here and she's reflecting on all of these different cups. It's like she's taking a step back because she's back here and all these cups are before her. So, you know, the Eight of Cups is about walking away or detaching emotionally. So I feel like with this card, like what she's doing is she's going back and she's reflecting. She's looking at all of these connections she's had, or all the experiences, or something specific that may have taken place in a specific connection before she decides to move forward. So, and also there's this moon energy here, but it can also be a sunset. So things need to be reflected upon before you move forward with something. So you may have to go back within yourself and really see what it is. And it also could be showing you a progression of the type of connections you've had. So you know more of what you want with the Magician card based off of your experiences. You can go back and see the evolution of the type of people that you've attracted or were attracted to, or what you looked for in a partner based off of who you were back then. So I feel like this is an evolution process for you. And it puts you in a place where you have clarity about what it is that you truly want, how to communicate it, how to decide what you want to do moving forward, in case you you have an idea what you want to manifest, but maybe not sure how to go about it, if that makes sense, or how to express it. So I feel like in the coming days, there could be an important conversation that needs to be had, or all of this is just going to come to a clear conclusion. You have a wedding with codependency that wanted to come out. I didn't even have to really shuffle. They just flopped up. So you could be dealing with a fire sign, masculine energy, or a feminine air sign person. Or it could just be that you and your partner are very different. So I see this as, don't block your blessings is what I'm hearing. I don't know why, but I heard that. Don't block your blessings. Because there could be marriage here, or maybe someone's heavily codependent on a marriage and making something happen and solidifying something with a person. So much so that they've become so addicted to putting in effort, and so addicted to manifesting, and so addicted to this person in a way. So I do get that there will be clarity about this. There's a need to relax. There's also a need to detach from the negative aspects or emotions connected to your love life in whatever way that resonates with you. But that is what I'm getting. So that was Scorpio. So before we get into Sag, I need to take a breather because that was a lot. Yeah, my energy is like at a center. Hopefully I'm good, because just like it's a lot of information, and it's like you gotta ground a little bit We got 4 zodiac signs to go. So 59, 56. Alright, Saggies, what's good with you? This is your reading for the week. Keep in mind, this is not a personal reading, so only take the messages that stand out to you. Also, I would suggest checking your other zodiac signs to get a little more clarity on your week. What messages does Spirit have for Sagittarius? What messages does Spirit have for Sagittarius? I spread joy. It's a beautiful card. Some of you guys could be dancers. I spread joy. Or this could represent that you're very expressive or that you're artistic. And I feel like you spread joy with that. So continue on your path. Sharing your gifts. Sharing your gifts and your creativity. If you are someone that has not done that, your gifts, by you being your authentic self and expressing yourself, is going to bring joy amongst other people. It is your path. You have the Fool card. Yeah. You guys might need to take a chance on something. You have the Knight of Wands. So resistance of fear of being discarded or not accepted is holding you back. You got the Six of Wands. It's holding you back from victory. This is holding you back from getting the recognition that you deserve. Maybe you already are doing this. And it's because you've been spreading joy with what you do. When you're authentic to your truth and you actually love what you do, people are going to dig it. Doesn't matter how many people. You don't have to be 1 million followers or subscribers or thousands. It doesn't matter. But you have the Eight of Wands here too. There's a lot of passionate energy. You have a lot of wands. The Knight of Swords. So Spirit wants you to spread this energy. I am getting dancer vibes. Some of you guys are dancers, or some of you use your body. So you could be yoga or something like that. You could be energy healers. So Spirit is saying to continue to do this, or continue on your path that you've been on. Also, if you're someone that has been resisting, because I feel some of you are resisting your path and resisting how you express yourself, your truth, your gifts, Spirit is saying you got to come out of that because it's not serving you. Some of you may be afraid because you're used to being knocked down, or you're used to going through, this path alone, or you've been beat down before and you're tired. But Spirit is saying not to give up on yourself. You don't have time to do that. This is a warrior energy. You're stronger than you know. Six of Wands, there will be victory on your path. And Spirit is saying to focus upon what makes you feel victorious. This isn't about likes. This isn't about popularity per se. I mean, some people do see this card that way, but I'm seeing this. There's no one around her. She doesn't give a fuck about what people think about her necessarily. Like, it's okay, to be wanting to, critique, your craft, or have people, give you a heads up and how they like it or whatever, have some sort of rapport, whatever. But I feel like Spirit does not want you to focus on what people think about you and who's liking it and who's not, because you get caught up and stagnant in that energy if you're like this. And I feel like that's what some of you are being held back, because you are worried about popularity. You are worried about numbers and things like that. And for some of you, maybe you've lost your zest because you started to focus more on that rather than the actual act that was giving you joy, or how it once gave you joy. Eight of Wands. There will be a lot of movement going on in your life. I do see that for some of you guys are going to get a lot of positive feedback for something that you may be thinking about giving or showing to the world. So you may want to upload a video of you dancing. You may want to show people your art that you've created, some music you've made, a poem you wrote, an article you wrote, whatever. I do see there's going to be some positive feedback for you, or whenever you decide to do this. Then you have the Knight of Swords. So again, you have to express yourself in an authentic way to where it's almost like, I'm just going to do it. Fuck it. I'm going to do it. Full card. Knight of Swords. I'm just going to express myself. I'm getting a lot of blue and purples and oranges. So this definitely represents being stable within your energy and grounded in your true presence, not being afraid to express yourself and communicate, and trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust in your vision. So let's see what your love energy is looking like. What is your love energy? Spirit. Oh, you have Divine Lover. Let's see what Spirit has to say about that. What's going on? Ace of Pentacles. This looks like it's going to be a good week for you guys. Ace of Swords. Come on, you got aces. Come on. This looks like it's going to be a good week for you. I'm not even going to lie. You got the Judgment card. Three of Pentacles. And the Temperance, which Temperance is Sag, so that's you. I feel like this is going to be a good week for you. So the Ace of Pentacles could represent that when it comes to love, when it comes to true connection with someone, I feel like you're getting closer to it. You're getting very close. And I feel that for those of you that have closed the chapter on past situations and old energy that was not serving you, or you could be doing some shadow work right now because the Judgment card is Scorpio energies. We are in a Scorpio season right now. So the more and more you release, I feel the closer and closer it is. Some of you guys, there is like a stable energy coming in when it, as it pertains to your connections, or as it pertains to a future connection. Like Spirit is about to bless you in your existing connection, a healthy one. I'm only speaking of healthy ones. I'm not, you know, I don't feed delusions and all of that and unrequited love situations and hanging on to stuff that's not working. But I see that there's going to be a breakthrough in your love life. Like it's coming with the Ace of Swords. You may not be able to see it. You may not trust it with the Ace of Swords, because the Ace of Swords, I feel like, is divine truth, divine clarity. It's a victory card, but it's also could also represent a hollow or shallow victory. But I feel with the Ace of Pentacles, you might think it's too good to be true, whatever's about to come in, because the Ace of Pentacles is something stable, something, well, aces are gifts from the divine, but it's up to us whether we take the gift and what we do with the gift. So there's an opportunity, there's a possibility for you to have something very stable, very grounded that's coming in. It's a blessing. Three of Pentacles. For once, I feel like for some of you, this could be a connection that's coming together, that's spiritual, that is divinely led. All this purple, someone being led to you, you being led to them, or coming together finally because you've listened to your intuition and they've listened to theirs. Whether you know this person or this is someone new coming in, everything's going to come together. And I feel like divine spirit is definitely, or your higher selves are definitely responsible for bringing this together. And this also is a promise of having someone that does want to put the dedicated effort in to make the connection work. Like both parties, both energies. This can also represent harmony and balance within your connections. It's like someone that you may feel like you're a very complex person, or you dealt with people that made you feel like you were very complex, very too hard to deal with, or too hard to love, or they just didn't understand you, and it's because they weren't meant to. So this is like breaking down a math equation. Like you might be like a math problem for some people, and whoever gets it is like, you one smart mother, like we hear, like we get each other. And I feel like this is a soul connection. This is a soul recognition, a soul bond with someone. And it may not happen this week, but it's going to come together. And if this is an existing partnership, you and your partner are going to get to a place where you see eye to eye, and you really want to cut through all the bullshit and really work things out and leave the past behind, because there's new doors that are opening up. Okay, so let's pull a romance angel card on it, and that will conclude your reading. What's Sagittarius? Children. So your love life is being affected by children. So maybe some things were kind of bumpy because maybe there was children, some issues with childhood on your end or someone else's end. It was very hard for you to receive love because of your past experiences. But also this could be that what's coming in is a child, a possibility of starting a family, a new baby, or it could be that you guys had some baby mama, baby daddy issues or something, and I feel like you finally can get it together. But I feel that this also really relates to inner child. And once you heal the past traumas and hurt from your childhood, and as it relates to companionship and love, then only can you fully be receptive and know that you're the child of the Most High or the universe, that you do deserve pure love. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Much love to you. Hopefully this resonated. What's up, Capricorn? This is your reading for this week. I hope this reading resonates with those who it's meant to resonate with, but of course, only take the messages that stand out to you in your situation. I would also suggest checking out your other zodiac signs to get a little more clarity. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. I am peaceful. Cute card. I am peaceful. Okay. You're at peace. And I feel like for some of you feel like you're lacking peace and you don't have it. It's a matter of time. It's coming. And I feel like it's not even a matter of time. It's when you realize it. When you realize that peace is already within you and that it's already yours, you'll have it. Okay, the Emperor. King of Cups. You got a lot of masculine energy. 3 of Wands and Queen of Cups. You have counterparts here. Queen and the King of Cups. But this can also represent emotional balance within self through your feminine expression and your masculine expression of your emotions are balanced. Okay, you have a lot of court cards too, by the way. So the Emperor card is here too. So this could be a situation where there's a woman that does not have peace, or a feminine energy that does not have peace, because there's too many people in her energy that she has not yet to release or forgive or to heal. Could also be a masculine energy that's very vulnerable right now to their emotions, and they may have too many people meddling in their energy or their business, or there's like still some past attachments to people that have yet to be severed. So I feel like the King of Swords, he's at the center here. He can either be an air sign person, or I almost wanted to say arrogant. Could be an arrogant energy around you. This could be someone that's very sharp-tongued, or just a person that had a very strong impact. They could be very opinionated as well too. But the Emperor card here is like you're giving your power away, because I see the Emperor as that you're in a powerful position, but it's like all these other people, they're getting all this credit and all this glory for something. And it could be for the peace that you feel like you don't have, or the peace that you feel like you can only get if or because of these people. And that's not necessarily true. So I feel like you are giving your power away slightly to something or someone, or you kind of back down in a sense. And it could be because of all these different people. If it's not air and water, you know, or even fire, I feel like this is energies. It's not people, it's energy. So I feel like with the King of Cups, this represents spirit is saying that you have to heal yourself. You can find that peace. It's within you, because everything is a reflection of what's inside. So this King of Cups, he's raising his cup up in pride. Like he's very pride. He's happy. He's proud of himself, because I feel like he's come a long way from being the Page of Cups into the King of Cups. He's gone through a time where he was very vulnerable, very naive in his heart and his love, where he's been knocked down a couple of times, but he was still the Knight of Cups, where he was still giving and still loving. He still had to learn about himself when it comes to giving and receiving, when it comes to love and relationships, and to even being the Queen of Cups, to the point where the Queen of Cups is also very nurturing and very giving sometimes by a default, and allowing people to step all over her because her heart is so big and she wants to believe that people are just as loving and as kind as she is. And sometimes it hurts to realize that not everybody has the capacity to love. But the King of Cups knows that I give my heart freely, but I give it in a way that I'm wise in my giving and wise in my heart. And that sometimes it does require you that you're going to take a risk with your heart, and not everybody's going to be so caring with it. But what can you do? I feel what I feel. And if it's reciprocated, cool. If not, then it is what it is. I feel like that's where the King of Cups is. And I feel like Spirit is trying to get you to a place of this. So you have the Three of Wands as well. So the Three of Wands is that you're on a journey when it comes to your love life. And it's like, you have to be kind to yourself, because you might also be too focused on the timing. I'm only going to be peaceful when, because, I don't know, Jake didn't love me the way that I deserve to be loved. Or Marsha didn't love me the way that I deserved. And this and that person, and my mom and my dad and so. When you're hanging on to this and you're saying that you can't have peace because of this, and only if and only when, you're just going to be waiting and waiting, because it's already an access. It's a birthright that you have, that you can access. And the Queen of Cups, I feel like in this position, she's also celebrating herself. She's looking at her glass. And it's like, also a little bit of, should I be embracing myself? If you guys work with Yemoya or you work with mermaid energy, I would definitely do that. Or this could be, you might find some healing within ocean water, or taking a sea salt bath or something, or Himalayan, or not sea salt bath, sea salt or Himalayan salt or something. Take a bath and just drain this energy out, and still keep that loving, compassionate energy that you have. I don't feel like Spirit is saying to close that energy off because of what's happened to you. Of course not. So let's see where your love energy is concerned. I kind of already went into it by accident, but that's what Spirit wanted to bring up. So let's see what Spirit wants to say to you. Why does this card keep coming out for everybody? Days. Yeah, this is a general reading. So again, take what resonates. And if you guys have a Venus sign, check your Venus sign out. Your whatever sign is in your 6th, 7th, or you can check your partner's zodiac sign placements as well to get a little more clarity. So you have the 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 8 of Cups, the Sun, and the 2 of Cups. So you've been patient, or you've been trying to nurture something in your love life, or you just feel like, I'll be celibate, I'll just be waiting. But it's also coming from a bitter place for some of you. You feel like Spirit is like fucking with you, pulling your leg. Maybe you're waiting on something specifically to take place between you and another person. And it's taking too long, or you and your partner. Maybe there has been some hurt and you're still holding on to it. But either way it goes, there's a need for healing. And I feel like, although you've been, you perceive that you've been waiting so long, things are going to come together. But you have the 8 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups is that you have to walk away from the past. You have to look at every cup, every heart that you have loved, or every heart that you may have broken, or who has broken your heart. Look at all of these experiences and see the progression within yourself. Like, take yourself back a little bit, because you're bound to see how much you've actually grown. And it's also for some of you that you are in this space where you're refusing. You haven't even seen the path ahead. You don't even see that there's a much progression. You're looking back here, and there's nothing to really, there's nothing really holding you back. Like, all of these situations, yeah, they're in the past somewhat. They're part of your path. But it's not for you to emotionally hold on and drag the energy on. So the Sun card is here to say that there's a revitalization within the self in your love life when you receive. You see how she's receptive? The sun shines upon her. Like, you have to be, I'm not trying to preach, and this is just how it's flowing and how it's coming out to me, and it makes so much sense to me too. I gotta see where Capricorn is in my chart, because I know I have Capricorn in my chart, but I gotta see where it's at. But I feel like when you allow yourself to receive with gratitude, you can see the blessing within your circumstances and situation, even if on the outer side of things, it may not actually seem that way. Like, you could say, I was beat up, I was abused, I was this and that happened to me, and a lot of people be like, damn, how you still smiling? But when you look at it, like, look who I've become, the people that I've helped, who've I inspired, what blah, 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 this and that. You can see the blessings. And when you're in that state of this receptivity, you receive. You receive the divine blessing, I feel. And that's peace. That's the peace. She looks like she's meditating too, by the way. So some of you may want to meditate. Take some time out to reflect. Be kind, be gentle, be compassionate to self. The Two of Cups. Spirit is also promising that there'll be some unity in your life, in your love life, but you got to have this union within yourself. This union has to take place. Everything starts within before it reflects outwardly. It's the out above, so below principle. Everything is energy before it's physical. So I feel like in order to have that sacred union with a partner or with the person that matches your vibration, you have to be in this unity within yourself. So let's see what your advice card is from the Romance Angels, and I will conclude your reading. What is Capricorn's advice? What's Capricorn's advice? Deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. So some of you may not be living authentic to your truth because of all that you've gone through. You may also have trust issues. You may always feel like everybody's got a fucking mask on. Everybody is up to no good. But you have to discern. You know enough now. You've been there, done that. And if people are that good at projecting themselves to be good and have good intentions, you know, that's on them. Because I feel like Spirit puts us in circumstances that we get the heads up. If something's off, we get the heads up. And if we didn't see something, it's because Spirit, it was something that was divinely set up to happen that way. Sometimes I kind of feel like this was set up, like this angel set this person up to catch these two in the act. But also you got to be honest with yourself as well. Did you know? And it's not a matter of blaming yourself, but you have to be honest and see both sides of the story. And not hang on to it. Where have I not been so honest and truthful with myself in these situations? And am I trying to conform to fit with people that don't align with me? Sneaky, deceptive people. So there's a lot of different messages that are coming through, but you have to discern which one is for you and what resonates. So, yeah. I hope that resonated with you. So much love to you. Feel free to like this video, share, subscribe, and I'm going to move on to Aquarius energy. Much love to you guys. Have a good week. Alright, Aquarians, let's see what's good with you this week. You guys could be an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or any other placing, rising. But also check out your other zodiac placements as well to get a little more clarity. Only pay attention to or only tap into what resonates with you. Anything else shouldn't even matter. So please use your own discernment and intuition to know what is meant for you and what is not. Alright, let's see. What's Aquarius' message for this week? I offer words of good intent. Okay. She looks kind of Capricornish, kind of. Some of you guys could be a Capricorn Aquarius cusp. But I'm seeing with this card, with the butterflies coming out of her chest, I feel like you have the power to transform people with your words, whether that be good or bad. And because you have that power, Spirit is saying use it for good, obviously. Because you have the power to free people, or you have the power to bind people. And that could be in good intent as well. If you feel like somebody is coming at you, you have the power to lock that person's negative intentions down. Or you could do that for another. If it be in your free will, that person's will, for you to allow them to help them with that energy. So, let's see. 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, 10 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 8 of Swords. You have a lot of challenging energies, but let's see. So the 7 of Pentacles, I feel like this relates to the groundwork and the foundations that you have laid out. The Ace of Swords may feel like there's like this victory, but not. So it also is being mindful of the words that you speak over yourself too. So if you're going to share words about yourself, make sure that it's coming from good intentions, because like I said, you have the power to liberate or to imprison yourself and others with your words and the intentions behind your words. So be very mindful. The Ten of Swords is telling you that some things are not worth speaking, or sometimes we want to get the upper hand, or we feel like we gotta say the last, like I gotta get the last word in, or it could just be let things go. Like it's okay to let it go. Like you might be at a point where you're just tired. Maybe you've been defending and fighting for everyone, and it's just like you gotta give yourself that time and that rest, because you're killing yourself. This is like a death. Her hand is standing out to me. Her hand has a sword through it. So it's like maybe extending too much of your hand or too much of your energy, or trying to control too much, and spirit is like suspended this from you. But I feel like you have the power to free yourself with your voice. Or also it could be, this can also represent a new beginning as well, because you have the 10 and the ace. So the 10s are usually endings within a beginning, and then the ace, of course. So it could be that this is an ending, something that, a way that you communicate needs to end, the way that you think needs to end, maybe how you allow other people to communicate or talk to you needs to end. The Five of Cups, I feel like with the Five of Cups, it could be, you may be perceiving that you've lost more than you've gained in some sense, but if you really look at this, more cups actually stand than those that are in reverse. So you have 3 cups that are standing and 2 cups that are reversed. So it's actually that you're gaining more than what you've actually perceived that you've lost, if that makes sense on an emotional level. You may have felt like, oh, I shouldn't have gave my heart to this person, or I was such a good person to so-and-so, and this person that, and they just took advantage of me, or this person wasted my time. And in actuality, like, these things were not for naught. And also, you have not lost anything, really, if that makes sense. I feel like it's all in the perception. The 2 cups can represent your perception, how you're looking at things. You can look at it one way or one way. You could feel about it like this, or you can feel about it in this way. And you have the 8 of Swords here. So you have to free yourself, because like you have allowed either someone to like block you with their words, or feeding some garbage in your mind, or you've done this to yourself. And it's time to free yourself now. It's like she doesn't even see that her path is clear. Like either way it goes, she can go this way freely, she can go this way, she can go that way, she can go that way. She doesn't see that. She's just under this illusion like, my hands are tied, I don't know what to do. And her freaking hands aren't even tied. And she also looks like a superhero or something to me. So you have the ability to free yourself. You don't actually need anyone to do that. And I don't mean that you shouldn't consult in your spiritual team, because your spiritual team is a part of you. They're connected to you. Okay, so let's see where your love energy is at this week. Don't forget to check your sun, moon, risings, and Venus. Your 6th house or 7th house placement, what sign is there, will tell you more about your love energy, or you could be checking for a love interest as well. But let's see, what is the overall energy for you? What's the love energy? Soulmate. This is going to be reminiscent of last week and the one before, where Spirit was like trying to get through to you that there is a soul connection for you, that there is a divine counterpart. 10 of Wands. The Ace of Cups. 8 of Cups. 3 of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. You guys are just like too heavy on, like too hard on yourself. And for the singles out there, it could be that this soulmate stuff or these twin flame stuff is just like, it's eating away at you. Like it's causing you to feel a lot of heaviness and a lot of stress. You may have a partner, a soul connect with someone it's becoming very overbearing. It's becoming very tiring. It's like it's a heavy weight to carry. It's a heavy load to carry. And with the Ace of Cups, I feel like it has something to do with, you may be pushing yourself too hard. You may be trying to push for something to come when Spirit is trying to give you the help that you need, or there's healing that still needs to be done because someone is stuck in the past emotionally. Or it could be that you're feeling like everybody has surpassed you emotionally, like everybody else has a mate but me, but where is mine? Or this person could have been the one, or that person could have been the one, but like, why is it happening this way? It's kind of like you want to give up, but it's like you're almost there. So it's like, continue to persevere, continue to push, because you're almost there. That soulmate or that counterpart that's meant for you, they're on the other side of this. But it's like you got to move past this energy of the Eight of Cups and feeling overwhelmed and feeling stuck and dwelling on past situations, and also healing in order to open up your heart fully. I feel like your heart has been hurt and broken, or maybe you've hurt and broken other hearts, so you feel this sense of guilt. It's a lot of heavy energy in the heart chakra that's coming from all different angles and places. And it's also sacrificing your heart time and time again. Maybe you feel like you have no love else to give, or no more love to give because you gave so much of it. Or you feel like if you do it again, you'll just die. Like, this is the type of thinking I'm picking up on. Four of Pentacles, it all goes back to, what are you holding on to? What are you harboring? If you already are with your soul partner, your soulmate, what have you, it could be the weight of the past that's not allowing this connection to really be fruitful and move forward in the way that it can move forward with the Ace of Cups. Because it's like the Ace is here, but it's also like, is it being accepted, or how is it being used? Is it being utilized to heal, to bring peace, to establish a healthy bond? Or is it this energy that's being used as a crutch or being taken for granted? Take what resonates. I don't know if that makes sense. I got one more card. I'm going to pull an advice card from the Romance Angels. Let go of control issues. It says, allow the situation to unfold naturally. So yeah, some of you may be like trying to just do everything on your own, carry all of this by yourself, and trying to push yourself to the end to where you're tired. And it could be a matter of, I gotta get there, I gotta do this. And you may be carrying the weight and the energy of someone or something that does not serve you, adding unnecessary karma on your back because you're trying to align with something or someone that's not for you. And it's like, we probably have to put you there. We gotta allow you, like your ancestral spirit guides or whatever. The universe is like, okay, as long as you're carrying on with this weight, you carrying this person's energy, that person's energy, or you're trying to align with something that doesn't fit, you know, as long as it's heavy, eventually you're going to have to surrender and break down until you allow us to take that load off. But until then, it's like, okay, we'll keep going. Because I feel like it's a stubbornness, especially with the Four of Pentacles, but you're holding on, whether you realize that you're doing this or not, or you're doing it out of spite. Like, no, this person is I'm gonna get revenge on this person because they did this to me, and that person. It doesn't have to be romantic partners. It could be family, it could be ex-friends, it could be co-workers, or people that you feel like wronged you. And you may also be carrying the weight of someone else's karma because you want to save this person and that person. And it may be that it's not for you to step into this person's karma because you're allowing their energy to affect yours. So I just feel like Spirit is saying to surrender and let go of whatever you're trying to control. Whether it's you're afraid to let love in, so you're trying to distract yourself by focusing on the past or doing things so that you are not receptive to the soulmate energy. Because some of you have been so hurt, you don't know what it's like to have true love, because you probably gave it, but you probably have never received it, or at least this type of love that's coming in, and it's scary. And for some of you, your partner may have done something to spite you, and now that they shifted their energy and there's a new beginning, there's a chance for renewal and redemption, you don't believe it because you're still holding on to what was in the past. So hopefully that resonates. All right. Let me take a breather before I get to Pisces, which is our last zodiac sign. Ooh, no. Okay. 44, 44. All right, Pisces. Let's see what your energy is looking like. Okay. So you have 3 cards that flew out for you. And the first one says, I remain in balance with my emotions. I respect the property of others. And I am accepting. So there's something that... So it could be that you're respecting... It's almost like kind of what I picked up with Aquarius. It's interesting to some degree, some parts of it, where you may be stepping into other people's drama and karma and carrying it as your own, or trying to step in to save the day or do things that maybe necessarily is not in alignment with you. And otherwise, I feel like in other words, it's saying that, say for instance, someone is like caught up in some legal drama and trauma or whatever drama, and you want to help this person because you have, you know, the credentials or whatever, you work in the justice system or you've been in a similar situation. Who's to say that that's not their karmic lesson that they have to go through? And by you putting yourself in it, you're putting that energy onto you, so it's conflicting with your life. I feel like this is what Spirit is saying for some of you. Now, for others of you, it's saying to, you know, stay balanced within yourself, because I feel some of you may have like a lot of Gemini energy in your chart, and some of you may have Scorpio energy. So you might need to maintain some balance within yourself and your emotions, or the type of people that you're around. Make sure that it's your energy and not you picking up someone else's energy. So I also feel like Spirit wants you to embrace whatever your shadows are, because the yin and yang does represent the light and the dark within self. So I feel like as equally as you can see the light within self, now is the time to go within and face the shadows within self. So let's see what the tarot says, and then we'll go ahead and do love next and last. Pisces. 3 of Wands. The Queen of Cups, which I feel like is you. Queen of Pentacles. 7 of Swords. The 8 of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like you guys are you want to nurture someone or something, or you want to be there. Some of you, this may be someone that you feel like is a soulmate or something, or someone you feel like you have a connection to, or that you owe it to someone. But I feel like Spirit is telling you to either accept or embrace the way things are, or something about a person. Like, it doesn't mean that you agree with everything that they do, but it's like you might have to accept what is right now, and it may not be up for you to try to move or force or push someone or convince someone of something, if that makes sense. So this could be friend or family, because I'm getting 2 queens. So these 2 queens can represent friends, allies, family members, or what have you. So I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles here, or the Queen of Cups here, this represents you being in a compromising situation because you want to give your cup. You want this person to receive something that you have to offer. I feel like it's maybe something that you do for a living. So some of you guys could be spiritual advisors. Be very mindful of the people that you're working with. Also maybe needing to cleanse your energy, because I'm seeing this as a spirit bath. This is the time for you guys to cleanse your energy during this new moon, or maybe the Scorpio energy will be very helpful to help ground your emotions by taking spiritual baths or spiritual cleanses at this time. Because you could be carrying a lot of energy of others that is not your own energy, because of the people that you're working with, or the people in your life that you talk to day to day. your friends and family. Like, you know, I'm getting that. Seven of Swords is like, you have to discern where your emotions are coming from. Because like I said, I feel like it's a mixture of some of your energies and some of taking on other people's energy. And also, I'm getting, I don't know who this is for, but sometimes when people tell us their stories and their dramas, they embellish in a way that woe is me and everybody's against me. So you have to take this with a grain of salt, because this person could have actively done something to someone else to warrant what they're going through. So by you stepping in, you're taking on that person's, you know, cause and the effect, quote unquote, karma, in some sense, in some way. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is saying to detach emotionally from energy that's not yours. That's what I'm seeing. So I feel like you would benefit from putting up a protective shield around your energy, because this looks like what they're doing. And here, it's like psychic protection. Okay, let's see what your love energy is looking like. Alright, check your Venus sign, 6th house, 7th house, for more clarity about your love life. If you're asking about a partner, if you have information on their chart, you can check their sun, moon, risings, their Venus placement, their 6th house or 7th house placement to get a little more clarity. But keep in mind, this is general. Not everything is meant to resonate. Everybody's situation is different. Alright, let's see. What's your energy, Pisces? Spying. I heard that girl was it? I'm not going to sing it because I don't feel like doing it. And I was freaking crazy trying to sing it. It's like, girl, you know I love you. It's like an old school song. I forgot who sings it. But it's like a throwback. Spying. So you could be spying, or someone else is spying on you, or both parties are spying. But let's see what's going on. What is this about? Divine Spirit for Pisces. Thank you. This card popped up. 3 of Pentacles. So someone could be spying on you at work or social media or whatever you're doing. You could be, you know, your work could be public and this person watches you. Knight of Swords. This is someone spying on you. 3 of Wands. Could be someone that you left in the past. Queen of Pentacles. Or you could be doing this to them. She came out again. 2 of Swords. So it could be that there's some confusion. Maybe someone does not trust the other party while they're at work. Someone may travel for work. So while you're away, I'm checking your social media accounts. I'm checking your phone records if you have access to that. So you could be doing this or they could be doing it. But someone's checking up on the other person. Someone doesn't trust. Someone may already have had an experience with this person where there was a third party, or there is a third party and they're trying to see what's going on, or you have someone and they know about it, so they're seeing how things are going, or you know that they have someone, so you're being nosy and just seeing what's up. So could be earth signs and air sign energies. Capricorns, could be Aries, could be Libras as well, or it's energy. So there could be someone here that is being watched at work, like what they're doing at work, or while they're away at work, someone's snooping on them. So whoever this energy is, I'm seeing that, and it's possibly a distance. It's a long distance relationship, or there's travel involved due to business. Like I said, the 2 of Swords is causing someone to be conflicted and feel stuck. What is Spirit like? Okay, well. And also this can go back to the energy. Some of you may be watching a person that does not, this is just what I'm hearing, so don't get mad at me, but this is what I'm hearing. Could be someone that does not belong to you. This could be a person that's already in a relationship, or someone that just refuses to be in a relationship, but you're still attaching your energy to this person. I feel like this is a forged energy. So it's causing you to take on unnecessary energy. It's causing you to either, for one, be stressed out and sad for no reason, because it's like, this person, it doesn't even matter because they don't belong to you. So why are you allowing this person to steal your joy? It could be an ex. Okay, they moved on. So what? They're not good for you, or they're not meant for you anymore. Or if you feel like there's misunderstanding or miscommunication, you need to say something, because that could be conflicting. If it's the other way around, this person could be doing this to you, and you could be picking up on that energy. So again, if you guys are into spirituality and you're into healing work, or you guys are very keen on how to protect your energy or do cleanses or something, or prayer even, you might need to cleanse your energy, because this person could be draining you, or vice versa. You could be, taking on this person's energy unnecessarily. But you have the children and you deserve love. So this could be the father or mother of your child, and you're attaching yourself to the situation. And it also could be, for some of you, an inner child issue where you don't feel like you deserve love, and you attach yourself to situations like this because you feel like this is all that you can get. You could be under the illusion that this is a soulmate, this is someone that you're meant to be with, or someone could be doing this to you. But there's some inner child issues, I feel, too, and not seeing one's worth, and knowing that you can have what you want and not settling. Because I feel like someone's eyes set on something specifically, but it's a lot of layers to this, or it's a complicated situation, or it's someone that is not available that's involved. So I hope that resonates, and hopefully that helps someone. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to check part 1. It was Gemini, Taurus, and Aries. Gemini got cut off, so it started in the beginning of this reading. So check your other zodiac signs. Much love as always. I appreciate you. Peace.